Introduction. Yeah. It's a pleasure to be here. Would like to thank again for the organizers, Andrew and Nelly. Yeah. I work for Canyon Bicycles, and I'll talk about one of our use cases that we constantly do some, of course, bike launches, and then I'll wanna walk you through one of our most successful campaigns. That's why I brought this to How to Nail a Product Launch email campaign. Quick to the agenda. I'll talk a little bit about myself, then Canyon, how we get to the plan, and how did we measure the success of this campaign. So yeah, I'm a very passionate sport person, and I'm used to be very addictive when I was at uni. So I wasn't really happy only running, so I challenged myself and I started to do triathlon, which is very time consuming, and I'm really addicted to sport. And that's why when I start working, I always try to unite my passion of sport to also work. And I have a really privilege to work in a brand sport, in a brand sport, and that's why, I would like to introduce myself as a sport person, but I also love my family, my free time, and I have a background as a digital design. So I used to be a graphic designer, but also a little bit web designer, and then I migrated to email marketing, and I started with some ESP backgrounds and also deliverability, and then it was a good learn for me to start moving and apply everything that I was talking to my customers. And then I moved to the brand side where I worked for Trivago in Germany, and now with Canyon it's been 5 years now, and really love my job. So a little bit of Canyon Bicycles for those who knows. It's a family business that started long time ago, but they have a vision to try to it all started about cycling, and they would go to the cycling events in Germany with this little truck to sell bike parts and to fix bike parts before the competitions for the competitors. And the owner, the family owner, start to bring parts from Italy and sell in those competitions. That's why it always started. And then they were like really sending letters to the customers to say like, oh, we have new parts in this competition. It was really old school way of, let's say, email marketing, but not. And it all started like this. And he had a vision when he created the first bike, and then of course they started to produce their own bike in 1996. And then they started, when they were becoming like, let's say, bigger, they want to say, okay, we'll keep the same business, but then we would love to directly to consumer business. So they are since 2003 e-commerce. So, and then this is what differs Canyon from the others. Like, we direct to consumer company, and they grow a lot. Of course, it's not only about this. It's about technology. It's about the design and the aerodynamic. German engineers, and then it's been very successful. They're a huge global, and then now they have more than 1,000 employees. So let's talk about the product launch campaign. So this was one of the bikes that we launched in the campaign, and how we came up with the plan. So it was a 5 months project. It was very nice. Of course, it always starts with a kickoff meeting where the brand marketing transfer what's the goal, what's the challenge, or what we want to tell to the customers, what's the message about it. And then, of course, they developed this bike, which has like a bit of everything that comes to a performance bike, which is stiffness, weight, comfort, aerodynamics, and robustness. So the final slogan for the campaign was the perfect balance, because the bike has all of those. And of course, we have to, after this meeting, we have to define our strategy as channels, and then we present the idea, and then we get the approval, And then once we define our ideas, we get to the final plan, which we divide in 3. So the teaser phase, the launch itself, but also the post-purchase phase of the launch. So when we start to tease or to plan the teaser campaign, so we, of course, why would you like to tease a product launch? So you would like to create a lot of brand awareness, curiosity from to your customers. You would like to bring their interest in what's coming up, and with this you can also brings a lot of you can unite this to the lead generation. So maybe you can pop up so you can implement a pop-up on your website or a page that people sign up to your campaign, and you can use this not only to be in your database, but also to segment later for the launch. And then I will explain how. It is also, of course, create a little bit of exclusivity for those who sign up to your teaser campaign, and of course drive more conversion rate. Of course, when you want to tease a product, you need to drive traffic to your website so people know, okay, what's going on here? I'm curious to know. So you would like to use the other channels and be partner of the other channels to contribute to drive traffic to your website, such as social media and paid ads. And then we did a lot of teaser campaigns for other bikes. And when we decided for the concept of this campaign, we brought a lot of data from the past, from all the campaigns that we have done. And of course, we got the insights, what worked and what didn't work, and then bring it up to another new ideas. So we collected this data, we put in a table, we brainstorm, okay, what will be the next for the next campaign? So, for example, we have run campaign that we were giving away bike because we want to collect a lot of users. Of course, it drove a lot of traffic, but the users, they were only interested in the raffle of this bike. So it was not really, I would say, successful. In the other hand, we create a very nice storytelling for this campaign, which the price was only this bike bag with some snacks inside, but the story was behind this was so nice that we have more people that sign up for this 500 euros price than for the bike itself. So we kind of like brainstorm all those kind of things. And we saw what we have failed in the past. For example, we put the coming soon page, but we never ask the partners channels to drive traffic to there. And then at the end we have like 500 signups. And we were like, oh, what went wrong? So we try to partner with the other channels. So those insights were very important for us to bring this concept. So, and then of course in the concept, we try to define the goals, the time, and then present this for the brand manager so they can make the decision. We did also teaser via email. We sent to all our database this email and like create curiosity. So, and this also brings our customers to this sign up. So we would also cluster then at the end to say like, okay, those are the group that wants to receive further information about this bike launch. So we were put all together with this new lead generation, but also the users that were in our database. So we would use later for segmentation. For the launch, we divide in 5 groups the send out. It was super interesting. We thought a lot about the segmentation and what type of content we would show to every type of segmentation. We would like to tailor the message, of course, and then also the importance of the content. So, for example, those who sign up for the coming soon, they want to know, but they don't want to know a lot of details of the bike in the email. You just want to go straight to the website. So the email was very directed to the point, where those users who does not have much interest, they want to read about more. We will need to convince a bit more. So then we make like more content-wise email. So those contents were really taught about those 5 segments, those 5 groups, and also the timing of the send out were all different timing, because we were sending the emails and then we were tracking in real time the performance of the sales. We don't want to send an email if the bike is sold out already. That's a very bad customer experience. So that's why we were like measuring the time. and then tracking if worth to send the other batch, the let's say the second group, the third group. So yeah, it was very interesting to create this experience. And of course, the group was divided for importance of the business. For the first group, of course, were the coming soon, where all the users that were highly interested in received the email. And then the second group was all the users they were subscribed to our website via Notify Me, because this bike, the old version, was sold out for a couple of months, and then you have to register if you have interest. So this was the second group. And then the third group were all the users who were like searching or tracking for this bike in our website. And then the fourth group was a bit more of interaction also within our emails. And then the last group, let's say, wasn't the blast, but they all interest in this category of the bike, road bike. Of course, for post-purchase, we defined it to not really push sales, upsell and cross-sell. We decided to go more brand side, and of course, they already bought the bike, but we want to show all the content for the bike, like how to assemble your bike, and also the timing of the email we would send only when we are sure that the user already received the bike at their home. So, and also we integrate with SMS. So this email was meant to be focused on content, unboxing video, and tips how to set up your bike. So that was the final plan that we defined for the campaign. So the teaser email with the coming soon page would be live for 1 week, and then we had the help from all the channels. This was very nice. So social media was helping us, not organically, but they also asked our sponsor athletes to repost, to share, and they did a lot of content around this. And now all of those drove traffic to the coming soon page. It was super nice. We also sent the email to our database to say like, hey, something's coming up. Stay tuned. So this was very nice. And then on the launch day, as I mentioned, we divide the bike launch send out in 5 groups. And then, of course, on the day after, we put live the unboxing journey with all the content information for the bike. So the campaign was very nice. And how did we know it was very nice? Because we measure, of course, later on. Everybody was happy. The bike was sold out in 1 or 2 days. And then we say like, okay, let's measure the success so we can, share with the others. And then to measure the success is not only about the bike that we sold out very quick, but we want to analyze phase by phase of what we have planned, so we can share even further insights. So the measure was super important for this campaign, and this was very nice to do also separately. So for the teaser, that we run for 7 days, we have approximately 20,000 signups, which for us we consider a very successful number. As I mentioned to you, we have done campaigns with like 500. And then the very fun fact that we found out, there were overlapping users who sign up for the coming soon, but also in the back-end stock. So they were already signed up for the back-end stock because the bike was out of stock. And then they came and they signed up to receive the coming soon, 6.6%. We found this really, really interesting. And of course, as we send to our database, 53% of those sign-ups were returning customers, of course, from our email, but then 47% was new subscribers, probably from the other channels that contributes to the launch. So this was super interesting numbers for us. And we saw also that people also convert with this email, even though they were meant to not convert, let's say, just to alert about the timing, but they did convert, as we saw later on. And then the launch, of course, was super successful. And as I say to you, we divided in 5. And then, of course, the coming soon email, which was the first one, was the best. And the email itself was the second best channel for us. which yeah, was a good surprise also for the email team, and we brought 22% of the revenue. Yeah, normally email represents in an average e-commerce 5 to 6% of the revenue, and for this campaign, when we brought 22%, we were like super happy. Of course, losing only against organic, but we saw that was very effective campaign on the representation of the revenue. And then, as I brought to you, these 5 segmentations, they were sending hour by hour, because we would like to track the performance and not deliver the bad customer experience when you go to the website and then the bike is already sold out. So, of course, the coming soon and the teaser was the first one, and the very smallest and the smallest segmentation that we had. So, of course, it drove away a lot of our performance for the best open rate, the best click rate, the most transaction, the revenue, and the revenue per email. Of course, we also personalized this with the first name, so we got even a bit more of our work. Then the second group, the back in stock, was the best conversion rate, of course, because they were waiting for this bike for so long. So it was the second best. The third group, and then we kind of like, I wouldn't say decreasing the performance, but we saw like, okay, we are sending as we should be, like we're more, the more, of course, the more segmented you do, the better conversion. And then, of course, once you increase this, let's say, the segmentation, so you kind of like losing a little bit. So the high qualify got a lot of website interaction. The cohort got the most traffic, and then the rest, let's say the broad, it was like the mass send. Of course, it convert even less, but we sent to thousands of people. So it was very interesting to track. Yes, as I said, the smallest the group, the more converted. So we were super surprised that for the coming soon group, we sold 51% of our revenue. So if we would only send this email, let's say the first one, we would be already very happy. So this was, and then of course the second one is 30, and then you see that is like decreasing the revenue according to the database. But this was tell us a lot, like, okay, if you do segment, if you do personalize, you get better conversion, you get better revenue results at the end. And one fact that was brought us a lot of attention, we didn't sell only bikes, but of course when we sell bikes, we try also to bring the gears that comes with, because the bike, you do need some other gears like bottle holder or pedals or something. And then for this campaign, we sold so many gears that we were like, whoa, that was very nice, because the bike was the star. But we also have the other products, the side products, and we sold a lot. So every bike that we sold 2 gears as an average. So we had also this incremental AOV, or average order value, for our products. And also the products that we launched together with the bike, there were 2 new products, was one of the top 10s. Of course, we did highlight this in the email, but of course we highlight as a bottom of the email. So, but we were not expecting that much items to be sold. But of course, if we sold the bikes, the people liked also the gears that we combined. And this was very nice for us to see at the end. And then the post-purchase, of course, that was, of course, it's a kind of like a successful high click rate, because you receive your bike, you're in a happy moment, you're gonna assembling as fast as you can, of course. So there's a super high click rate for the unboxing journey. We combine this with SMS. So we send the SMS once the bike once the bike arrives in your house. So the SMS has a link to the YouTube videos that you can also, but we also send the email. So I know it's kind of like a double message, but we want to make sure that you receive proper information about how to unboxing your bike, which is, for a bike lover, is the best time. That's why we decided, okay, let's focus on the experience of assembling your bike, and let's not try to push any product, because normally post-purchase journey, you want to sell something extra, or you might forgot your pedals or something. But for this time, we decided let's go only in the content focus for it. So yeah, that was the key takeaways for us. We always, when we finish like a product launch, we kind of like do a recap, and then we have a lot of discussions. What did go well? What, maybe we could improve for the next one. And for this campaign, we really took away the teamwork, especially working together with the other channels that contribute, especially for the teaser phase. This was very nice for us. The lead generation, that was one of the things that we were also surprised about the numbers. We were not expecting that really good number, but as we had this chance to be featured in the other channels, that was very nice. Personalization, not only using the first name, but also tailor the content during the launch according to the 5 groups that we defined. This was one of the highlights that we brought. Segmentation and the timing of the send out and the real live following for the launch. The content that we create and also the post purchase. Was our key takeaways for this campaign, and we were super happy afterwards. And also we always try to celebrate with a bike ride afterwards, and of course a beer. Yeah, that was it. Open for question. Hope you like it.
Round of applause for Fernando.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Questions? Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This was amazing. Thank you so much, Fernando. 20,000 signups. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are they one and only for this, or can you save them for later and you can nurture them and share more content? What's your strategy after?
Yeah. So basically, the sign up is the normal sign up from the website, and then we make sure that they double opt in. So then we can use later on for the campaign. So basically, it's a normal sign-up form, but we mentioned that once you sign up, you're going to be the first to know about this bike launch, and you have the option to double opt-in and receive other offers, bike launches, etc. as a normal user. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
I have only one question. You said 2 times that the teaser campaign was sent out 1 week before.
Yes, the teaser.
Why? Why 1 week? Why not 2?
That's a really good question. We also tested in other campaigns to have like a bigger time, like a month or 2 months in advance. We did a lot of testing. The problem is, at least for us, that's our experience. When we do 1 month, 2 months, people try kind of like forget about it. That's why when we do 1 week, we started 1 week, and then the social media team keeps giving a bit more teasering during this week for the bike launch. Like show a little bit of piece, and then comes another athlete, show another piece of the bike, and this kind of like keeps the interest in this entire week. Then the customer like really waits. And when we did like for months, people like forget about this bike launch. So it was for us, it didn't work for too long. So that's why we try to shorten, and then 1 week works best for us.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, thank you for the presentation. I
Welcome.
also have like double question, I think. Okay, 1 week. You're just mentioning that also social media also took over. Could you have also like combined that with could you have sent more emails?
Yeah, we never thought about it. Like you mean send 2 emails? Yeah, that could be. Never thought about it, to be honest. We only send 1 email, say, hey, that's coming up. But yeah, could be one idea to test, of course.
All right, and the second question I actually had is, whenever you're going to do a teaser, I think you said the other one the previous bike was sold out.
Yep.
But in such case, if it's not sold out, you're also probably like keeping people from buying that one because something new is coming. Are you also looking at like drop in sales or something in the previous period on the teaser?
That's a really good question, and this goes to the sales team because when we have to launch a new bike, they have to analyze how many bikes left from the, let's say, the old model, because we don't want to lose those old models. That's why there's a lot of back and goes into the sales, and then they define with the brand markets when is the best timing, and then maybe make discounts in the old models, or moving them to the outlet, for example. It can be a solution for it, but we don't take care of this. It's more the strategy part.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for your presentation. You mentioned that the email channel was second in terms of its performance here. I'd like to ask what kind of attribution model do you use here?
Nice question. We had a lot of discussions because it's super hard to define the attribution model. We have so many discussions, so many meetings about how do we define, but we are using the last click. So it's not ideal, I say, but it's so hard to find the ideal attribution model. But yeah, we are using the last click, and then we use for all the channels, not only for email, of course. The other channels also has the attribute as the last click. And normally we are like the 4th or 5th channel in a normal campaign. That's why this getting ahead of paid was super nice. There's no competition. We are all working a team, but yeah, it was super nice to see that. Thank you.
More questions? All right. What happened? Oh.
Do you
Look
have
away.
any reminder emails after the launch? And did you have any retargeting campaigns?
After the launch, no, because sadly the bike was sold out in 2 days. So we were not expecting that, to be honest. But also, then if we see that, let's say, this new bike is not performing well, and then we sit together and then we plan another campaign, maybe try to focus on other content and see what's our pain points. But then for this campaign, we didn't have even the chance because, it was sold out in 2 days. We didn't thought about reminder or so. We only, do this if we see that the performance is not running well. And then we sit together and try to see another angle. How do we target a better message maybe for it?
More questions? Yes. Anna.
Thank you so much, Fernando. It's always a pleasure to see you on the stage. So I noticed that the launch was exactly a year ago,
Yes.
8th of September.
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
maybe, first of all, I'm, circle back on the, there was a session by Delaquist yesterday when he was saying that the conversion is not only like in today, tomorrow, it can be after 3 weeks. So have you seen, I know that the bike was sold out, but have you seen the conversion, I don't know, in a month, in 3 months, and maybe some takeaways during this year?
Yeah. We see, of course, we don't see the conversion afterwards, but then we see when the bike is automatically sold out, it gets the notify me, you can notify me once the bike comes back. And then this is also a KPI for us because we sold them all, and then they start getting a lot of signups for the notify me for those new bikes. So this is one KPI that we have a look and then we see, we're getting a lot of signups, so we need to bring this bike again to the production. So this is another, let's say, KPI after couple of months that people are like trying to buy this bike and can't buy this bike anymore, and then we get a lot of sign-ups, and then we see, and then production, please, we need more bikes. So this is one KPI that we keep measuring, of course.
Awesome. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have one. Here.
Who's talking? Oh, go for it.
Yeah, I'm a cycling enthusiast, so I'm waiting. Do you have any news when the Ultimate or Aero is coming back on for sale? Because
That's a really good question. Yeah, I think we have some in stock, if I'm not.
No, yeah, but that's a really expensive one.
Yeah, I know.
10 grand.
Yeah, we only have, I think, the high-end bikes at the moment.
There's
but-
not even a notify me on the Ultimate at the moment.
Yeah, it's a hard now because all the road bikes and gravel bikes are kind of like sold out for us,
Yeah.
and we can't make the production. So it's super tough situation. But then on the other hand, we have a lot of mountain bikes and city bikes available. But yeah, we are
Yeah,
struggling
and
with
What's the name of the bike?
Yeah, the Arrow or the Ultimate. I think this is the Ultimate.
Okay, my uncle-in-law in the Boston area owns a bike shop, so I'm gonna have to look that up on his website and see
Yeah,
if
this is the
he might
Arrow.
have that. It'd be cheaper.
Actually,
in
Yeah, and,
America.
because he wins everything,
Yes.
it's always sold
And
out.
he's Dutch.
Yeah, he's a Dutch guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's our best, let's say.
Is
marketing.
everyone good at cycling in the Netherlands? No.
Yes, they're
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Belgians
Yeah,
also,
Belgians as well, yeah.
but the Dutch are pretty good, and they have big teams, big.
Nice.
And then we sponsor one of the I wouldn't say they are Dutch team, but they have a lot of
Alpecin?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, they're not Dutch.
yeah, and then we have very successful winners from this Dutchman. He's currently
Fantastic.
the world championship.
Well, thank you.
Might have to invite him out. I volunteer on a board for it's called Heritage Cycling, and they do cycling events around America and to honor Black historians. So we have a few rides. I don't know if you're familiar with Major Taylor. He was the first Black that won he got placed. He got an award in the Olympics in the 1800s in cycling. Major Taylor. He's from Chicago, actually, the Chicago area. So yeah, we organize a few events. Always invite award-winning cyclists to attend and like celebrate. We can definitely. It might be a great opportunity to collaborate on something in the future. Is what I'm saying.
For sure. We have Kenya US, so would love to.
Awesome. Awesome. I started this off with talking about my experience working in email marketing and cycling, and I really enjoyed this presentation.
Thank you.
From there, I started working at Sears, and when I was working at Sears, I wore black and white every day, and I used it as an opportunity to network and get to know people, and I took a picture, and I was like, hey, we're wearing black and white. Let's take a picture. So can we take a picture real quick?
Of course.
Selfie mode. All right, cool.
Thank you.
All right. Are there any other questions before we give one last big round of applause for Fernando? All right.
Obrigado.
Thank you again, Fernando.
No
Fantastic
worries. My
presentation.
pleasure.